Hey guys, it's Rinnegan back with another What If video. This will be part 2 to What If Naruto had the rinnegan. As you can see, today I actually made the drawing on appdrawpad.net. So, last time we left off was when the tuning exams are about to start. So it takes around 3 weeks for Naruto to learn those jutsus and also get a better grasp of the gravity jutsus of the Diva path. Naruto can also use Chibaku Tensei now, which is planetary devastation. That's why there's free Tomoe now. So he can use free attacks easily, but he can't use all of them. Well, he can, but so far he didn't know about the Soul Reaper thing. The Nine Tails didn't know about that much, so Naruto only knows of these till Naruto learns of more. So, the match starts against Neji. Naruto first uses some shadow clones which are faster than before, so they get a couple hits on Neji that do decent amount of damage. Naruto is around Rock Lee levels of speed, but lower than Rock Lee levels of strength. So Naruto is able to use his shadow clones and do some minimal damage. Then Naruto says, "You're pretty good, Neji, but not good enough. Fire style, Foxfire." As fire surrounds the arena, as Neji sees the jutsu spreading towards him, as Neji says, 64 palms, rotation. As Neji uses the rotation, which spins fire around it as the fire extinguishes around Neji, but the fire just keeps on getting back. So Neji is dodging the fire and finding the best places to use rotation at, as he's only doing 8 trigrams rotation to try to keep the fire away. As Naruto stops the fire, Naruto says, "Lightning style, lightning enhancement." As Naruto pulls out 2 kunai, and they start to spark with lightning, as Naruto begins to throw kunai and activate it with more lightning. As Neji, dodging the attacks, also gets hit or gets shocked by one of them with the extra electricity coming out around it. As then Neji gets shocked and gets stunned for a second, which is what Naruto was waiting for. As Naruto says, "Summoning Jutsu." As Naruto didn't say summoning Jutsu, he just summons a katana, and then he says, "Lightning style enhancement maximum," as the lightning surrounds the blade, even having more sparks come off of the blade. As Naruto then says, "Lightning style lightning field," as Neji gets shocked by the attack, as it's quite literally shocked, because Neji can't move for a second, as Naruto says, "Fire style, Hinami," or Kadon, Hinami, Naruto says, as then Naruto jumps up in the air to avoid the fire wave, which Neji stuck from the Raiden lightning field. As the attack hits Neji, and Naruto uses his shadow clones and says, "Uzumaki style, Uzumaki barrage, 100 times." as 100 Naruto clones do the Uzumaki barrage, bouncing Neji back and back. As at the end, Naruto says, "Voltage, 20 volts." As 20 volts shoot out at Neji, as Neji's unable to move. After the attacks, he wasn't able to use rotation. As Naruto, or the proctor say, Naruto Uzumaki wins the match. As Team 7 in the stands are like, how? How did Naruto get this strong within this amount of time? Naruto used or didn't use his rinnegan or Naruto's chakra to conserve chakra and to conserve his secret weapon. So Gaara, if he needs to use it, he'll use it against Gaara. So the next few matches go the same, as then Sasuke faces off against Gaara, and this time he can use more chakra, but he doesn't have the curse mark. But he's better at using his Sharingan, because when Naruto had it, the Sharingan evolved. So this time, let's say Sasuke awakened the third Tomoe within the second week this time, but in the original, let's say he awakened it during the third week. So in this timeline, Sasuke's much more experienced in using the third Tomoe, as Sasuke is able to dodge more attacks and is also able to use more fire style jutsus. As the same thing happens, but in this timeline, Sasuke creates a shadow clone as well and says, "Lightning style, double Chidori." As Sasuke and the Sasuke clone both use Chidori and inflicts double the damage on Gaara, as Sasuke is tired, but he knows he has to take the chance when he has it, as Sasuke and his shadow clone does Lion's, as Sasuke says, Lion's Barrage ×2. As then Gaara gets impounded to the ground, and in the stands, Naruto says, "Hey, Sasuke copied my shadow clone jutsu and used the times multiplier for his Lion's Barrage." As Kakashi tells Naruto, "You technically copied Sasuke's Lion's Barrage, so now you're both equal." As Naruto says, "Well, he also copied my shadow clone." But then Kakashi also said, "The shadow clone, I could have taught him easily as well. Just continue watching the match." As then the attack happens, but this time Naruto gets broken through the genjutsu much faster by Kurama. As then Naruto arrives with Sasuke and deal with the Sand brother and sister, first with Hinami or Kadan. Hinami / Fire Wave, also using lightning style 20 volts, which knocked them out for a bit, so Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto can go fight Gaara. As Naruto says, "This is bad, Sasuke. Why are you going here? You know the village is under attack. You can go fight some Jonin or something. I can try to beat him, okay?" As Sasuke reluctantly says, "Fine, Naruto, I'd admit you're stronger than me, and this time, just since you matured my Sharingan in the fight against Haku, I'll allow you to fight Gaara. Good luck." As Sasuke and Sakura go back and help against the fights against the Jonin, as Sasuke uses a Chidori and puts a large dent into the red barrier as Sasuke quickly takes out a soldier pill, creates a shadow clone, and double Chidoris the barrier with Sky at the 7th gate using his special move, along with Kakashi using a full power Chidori. As old attacks hit the barrier, as the barrier crumbles, and the sound for our fighting, which means the barrier's open for help. As Sakura's helping the people get out of the genjutsu, which provides more help against the battlefield. Meanwhile, Naruto is able to fight Gaara to a standstill using the Nine-Tails chakra. When Gaara activates the One-Tails chakra as Naruto and Gaara clash, Naruto says, "Kadon! Hinami! Freedon! Lightning Field! Freedon! Voltage!" While Gaara blocks it with his stand, as Naruto says, "Lightning Style! Lightning Field! Fox! Kadon! Foxfire!" As a burning field of lightning appears, as Gaara's trapped for a bit, which gives Naruto the time to say, "Kadon! Flame Tsunami!" As the fiery tsunami hits Gaara and covers most of the sand, Gaara's able to cover himself with the sand, forming a large barrier of the sand. As then, Naruto says, "He has to be weakened from that one." As Gaara's sand is turning to glass, but out of nowhere, a bunch of glass cracks as Shadaku appears. As Naruto says, "Damn it, I'll have to use the summoning jutsu." As Naruto says, "Kyachios no Jutsu," which means summoning jutsu, I'm pretty sure. So Naruto says, "Summoning jutsu." As Naruto summons a giant fox, and the fox, which we know as Qulin, says, why do you need me, Naruto Uzumaki?" Naruto also already tried to use his universal pull and push, which is able to push and pull him Gaara away, that's why Gaara was able to Naruto was able to do so much damage before Gaara transformed. Let's say Gaara's around a third of the amount, or Gaara took triple the damage he did in the original timeline. So now Naruto's able to use another, or Qulin says, "So, Shadaku, Naruto, stand back. You can go help in the sand invasion. I see you've severely weakened Shadaku and his Jinchuriki. I'll keep the Jinchuriki alive, but I'll try to seal him. My attack should be able to face it. Although, if you're able to do good enough, which I think you did after you did that much damage to Shadaku, I'll teach you my Lightning Canyon technique, which is probably equivalent to Shadaku's Tailed Beast Bomb, or even more powerful. My power is around 2 to 3 tails level. As not a tailed beast myself, I won't be able to do special attacks, but I'll be able to beat him." As Naruto goes back to the battlefield in time to see the third Hokage fighting Orochimaru in a very weakened state, as the Anbu are taking care of the first and second Hokage. As Naruto sees a shadow clone of Orochimaru shooting a blade to the third Hokage. Also, Naruto saw Orochimaru or the third Hokage about to be stabbed, as Naruto says, "Damn it, if I move to the left in time, I'll be able to use Bancho Tenning to move or to pull the old man to me," as Naruto says, "Bancho Tenning," as the third Hokage gets moved back to Naruto, as then the blade of the shadow clone of Orochimaru stabs the air, and then the shadow clone popped, as Naruto and the third Hokage begin to fight Orochimaru. Naruto's able to do decently well, also using the Two Tails chakra mode, or the Two Tails state from the Nine Tails, as Jiraiya arrives on the scene and says, "Young Naruto and Sensei, I'll handle Orochimaru. Sensei, you're getting too old for this stuff. Also, you're too weakened." As the third Hokage chuckles and says, "Jiraiya, fine. I'll go help out the civilians. Naruto, with your Bancho Tenning, you should be able to try and pull the civilians away. Are you able to do it in a multiple manner?" As the ground shakes and a wood golem appears and crushes the Anbu. This is Hashirama getting serious, as Naruto and the third Hokage try to take it on, with Naruto using Shinra Tensei and Bancho Tenning to knock it away and pull it back for devastating attacks. But then the third Hokage nearly runs out of chakra, as Naruto says, "Damn it, I'll have to use it." "Fine. Old man, get people away from this area. I'll use a really destructive technique." "Fine, Naruto. I see you have the rinnegan. Good luck." As the third Hokage evacuates a bunch of other shinobi, along with the rest of the Anbu, as Naruto says, "Jabaku Tensei!" / planetary devastation, as this destroys the wood golem. And then the third Hokage says, "Sealing units, go seal up Lord Hashirama," as Hashirama gets sealed up, as then Orochimaru also escapes, as Jiraiya nearly kills Orochimaru, as the attack was a mega fail. Meanwhile, during the fight, Qulin and Shadaku were fighting, as Shadaku charges at Qulin, as Qulin charges back, as they go into a brawl, much like how Gamabunta transformed as the Nine Tails fought Shadaku, as Qulin wraps tails around Shadaku, as he says, "Fire style, Foxfire, Hell Flame mode," as dark blood, dark flames emerge at a 1 mile radius. As Qulin was the second one to use the technique, Qulin has mastered the technique. So Shadaku gets burned alive, as Qulin says, "I'll end this now. Rayton! Lightning cannon!" As Qulin charges up a very powerful cannon, as Shadaku tries to ignore the pain and fires off a full power tailed beast bomb with most of Shadaku's chakra. As the attacks collide, the explosion ensues. As then qulin charges back in, putting chakra in his legs and creates a lightning cloak as he defeats Shadaku and releases Gaara. As Gaara then thinks, how am I defeated? As then Gaara sees Tamari and Kankuro protecting him, as qulin says, don't worry. Naruto Uzumaki said not to end you. Also, I promised him that. As then Gaara says, why? Why is Uzumaki so strong? How was he able to beat me into using the technique? He has ones that he cares about, a village that he cares about, and people who care about him. You also have people like that. My summoning timer's running out, so goodbye. As qulin dissummons, and a couple minutes later, the end of the battle happens. As Naruto runs out of chakra, or nearly runs out of all his chakra and gets knocked out. As this is the end of part 2. If you want another part, there will be 3 likes. And if you want another part as soon as I can, I'll make it 5 or 4 likes. I'll make it as soon as I can if you hit 4 likes. And this will be the end of What If Naruto Had the Rinnegan Part 2.